Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a video on installing a floodlight here for my backyard, and the only lighting I have is that. So I wanted to install floodlight right about there, and I don't think you can see it, but right there's a little stick sticking out. I drilled a hole from the inside out. There's a wall outlet right to the right of that, so I tapped into that and am going to be installing flood lamp. Originally I first thought that perhaps I could run piping from there through the side and up here and all the way up there, but realized that it's probably better just to go from the inside. So I found a inline remote controlled switch, and I'm going to show you that, and it just goes there. So let's go upstairs and I'll show you what I've done so far. I popped a hole right here using my drywall cutter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run power off. This is still live. I'm not ready to touch that, but I'm going to run the power from here to the inline switch, which is this, and this will plug into the flood lamps. And so it's a pretty cool little thing. It comes with a remote control, and I can link to the Amazon page where I got this. I went to Home Depot and I got this. It's a old build 1-pole outlet. So you just pop the hole in there, pop it in there once you're done, and these screws, as soon as you start screwing them, this little butterfly comes out and it catches onto the drywall and it secures it. I've used this many times and it's great. So once I have the hole in here, you can kind of see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a little pick of light way back there. So I went through the inside out because I wanted to make sure it was accurate to where I wanted it located next to this power outlet. So there it is. And once I wire everything through there, then this will go in there. This bad boy will go in here, and I will be able to use this to just close it out. And I decided to do it this way rather than putting this in the outside junction box right behind the floodlight, just because in case this fails, I did not want to go outside. I did not want to remove the flood lamp and remove and replace this. So I figured it'd be easier for me to just do it this way. And then in case this ever fails, I can just take the plate off, replace it, put the plate back on, and go back to, I don't know, drinking wine. That's where I'm at right now. So my next step is to go outside, and now I know where my hole is, and I'll be able to come from the outside in, probably using a very small drill bit, and then secure that outside, make sure that it's weatherproofed, and come back inside and finish it. And then the switch, which is this switch right here, it's battery operated switch, right? It just screws onto the wall, and it's gonna be downstairs next to the sliding door. So whenever we want light, it just turns on. So it's separated from the other outside lamp. I didn't want to connect them together. I didn't want them to work in unison, so I just wanted them to be separated. So that is where I'm at right now. Let's go outside and secure the flood lamp. All right, so here are my tools for mounting the outside floodlight. I got my drill bit with a 1/4-inch drill bit. I have additional bits in case I can't feed this through the tiny little hole I'm gonna make. So I got the outlet box, I got the mounting screws, sealer, and I got my 3-way LED. I got a 35 watt for the size of my backyard, so hopefully that'll be enough. Otherwise, I'll just get something bigger. Here we go. All right, so I have the 3 holes punched in. It's kind of hard to record. I'm 14 feet up. So next thing, I'm gonna mount the junction box. I put extra sealer on the junction box, and then once everything is stable, I'll get the perimeter. Okay, it is mounted and it is very solid. Now we finish wiring and sealing. Okay, so it's sealed now. I put a lot of sealer on there just because it's going through the house. I don't want any moisture to get in there. I'm gonna wire the light, and then I want to put some additional seal in that hole and on the other side. And there is the installed light. So the wiring is all done. Now I'm just going to run this from the outside lamp through the junction box here, and we can see power's off. Top off of this and connect this little guy. Each one of these is different. I'll have to look at the instructions. Power is back on. I'm going to reinforce these cables. Just want to make sure that they don't come off. All right. Okay, so I went outside with a remote, turned it on and off. Right now it's in off position. Verify that the lights are turning on and off. Everything is good. All the outlets work, so all this stuff here came out pretty well. So I'm going to shove everything back in there, put the plates on. What I'm going to keep in mind is make sure that everything is rated within its tolerances, right? I have a 35 watt flood lamp. This switch can handle up to 200 watts on an LED, and obviously the cabling is highly rated, high amperage, and seal everything off to keep the moisture outside from coming in. So I'm gonna put the remote control downstairs. That's easy to do. And then tonight we'll check the lights and see how everything works and looks. Okay, it's nighttime. Let's try out the lights. This is my original lighting. Half my yard is dark. This is the new lighting installed. I have really nice coverage. I guess 35 watts was the right way to go. You can see a light on the top right there. Nice and bright. Let's try both lights. All right, both lights are on. I think I am extremely satisfied with the results. All right, YouTube. Good night.